What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at the all-new 2021 BMW 330e Touring. So this is the plug-in hybrid by BMW for the 3 Series, and apparently there are a lot of people who are going to buy this car. In the UK, for example, BMW was expecting that 25% of all 3 Series would be one of these. So it's a very important car, and today we are going to take it for a drive to see what it's like. So I'm going to show you around it, show you the spec we've got it in, and then we'll take it for a little test drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Alrighty, so we've got an oxide grey car today, which is a beautiful color. I don't think we've ever had a BMW in this color, but I really like it. It has this bluish grey like hue, and it's just very, very pretty. Definitely like it, especially in combination with that blacked out grille, that black front bumper. Please don't do that. Just stay unlocked. Now we do have an M package, as you can see, but we have these BMW individual wheels, which are very, very nice. Really love those wheels with red brake calipers with an M on there as well. Yeah, not sure about that. Tires, we've got these Bridgestone Turanza T005s, which are run flat tires. Not great. Not great, have to say. Don't recommend these tires. We've got Shadowline as well, of course. Window surrounds, privacy glass. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. BMW in the Netherlands stopped speccing their press cars with privacy glass, but it's back. Yes, black roof rails as well. And at the rear we can see a 330e badge, dual exhaust, and just a very, very nice rear end. Absolutely love this car. I think the new M3 Touring is going to be insane. Okay, we'll open the boot, because one of the drawbacks of this PHEV is that this is all a bit smaller than you get in a 330i, for instance. So this goes from 500 liters to 410 liters. So that's a 90 liter decrease in luggage space. But if you go for the sedan, it is much worse. It's more than 100 liters, I think. So you do lose a lot of luggage space. So what do we have underneath here? So we've got the B48 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. This is basically a 320i setup. So it's got 184 horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque. Now combine that with a 12 kilowatt hour battery pack and an electric motor that sits between the engine and the gearbox, the ZF 8-speed, and you get a total power output of 293 horsepower and 420 newton meters of torque. The electric motor produces 68 horsepower or 113 in overboost. So the total output is 293, but actually it's 250 something. Because the full power is only available in extra boost mode for 10 seconds. So, but of course there is one problem. There is a lot of weight added to this car because of the electric motor and the battery pack. Just under 300 kilos. So it's actually, I think it's like 270 kilos heavier than a 330i. Yeah, that's a lot. We've got the charge port right there. And this should be able to do a full charge on a wall box in like 3.5 hours or 5.5 hours on a regular plug. You can't actually fast charge with this car. So I think 3.5 hours is the fastest you can do. And that makes this car very suitable for like shorter commutes to and from work. As long as you keep plugging it in, I think you would be able to get a decent mileage. Okay, so we are started up right now. On the interior, we've got this like beige interior with these crazy M seats. Very nice, they are awesome. Carbon fiber trim. Someone really went to town on this spec. I really like it. It's a well-spec'd car. Now, as you can see, we've got a little battery percentage gauge right there, which says that we can do 42 kilometers electrically, should be between 40 and 60 kilometers. So if you're very careful, apparently you should be able to get like 60 kilometers. But it says 42 right now. I don't know. We don't have the car long enough to really test that properly. Down here we've got a little battery, as you can see, which allows you to set your target value for the battery. So if you want it to charge using the regular engine, you can set this to 100, and then when you drive around, it's charging the car, which actually goes pretty quickly. So I really like that. That's a good thing. Okay, and if you click that twice, what happens? You can toggle between hybrid and eco. Standard. Okay. Down here we've got driving modes: sport, hybrid, electric, adaptive. And yeah, let's go for a drive and see what it feels like. Alright, so it's very quiet in here. I was waiting for something to happen, but nothing is going to happen. Alright, so we are in hybrid mode. I expect... Oh, that actually stays in electric mode quite long. Longer than I was expecting. Okay, that's pretty nice. I actually quite like that. And the range went to 46. Wasn't it just at 42? So hybrid mode is the mode where the car decides what to do with the power. So how much electricity are you going to get? How much of the regular internal combustion engine are you going to get? And that works really well. The two work together super well. It's very smooth. I actually really like that. And when you drive around and you give it some throttle, you know, the car actually moves pretty nicely, and you can feel the initial boost of the electric motor, and then you can feel the regular engine doing its job as well. So I really like that. It's a good marriage between these two. And apparently the electric motor also uses the ZF 8-speed gearbox, which... So if we go for electric, so standard electric, maximum electric driving, power and speed reduced. Okay, so full throttle. That's full throttle. No, that's not a lot. No. Okay, so this is mainly for city driving. This is not a lot of power to enjoy. So if we go to sport, you can see extra boost with an X. And that means that when I'm in sport mode and I hit the throttle, that is the moment I have full power. So for 10 seconds you get 293 horsepower and 420 newton meters of torque. That's basically how it works, the extra boost. You only use it, or you only get it when you need it. So when you're overtaking or something like that. And it feels pretty quick, because again, you have that initial boost of the electric motor, which feels super quick, and you have that petrol engine that is also already awake in sport mode, so that reacts accordingly. So that all works really well. The only problem is that you really feel the weight. Okay, so here we are at the Autobahn. Now, as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of these tires, and you can hear why. That's not that quick to go through this corner, and it's squealing all the way through. They're not great tires. They're run flats, and the car is quite heavy. And I don't know what BMW did to the suspension. They did something to the suspension to cope with the weight. They also changed the steering because it feels a bit lighter than the regular 330i. That was nearly top speed. But yeah, there are a few things I really don't like about the setup of this car, and that is mainly compared to a 330i, because a 330i feels amazing. It really does. It feels, it's an incredible car to drive, and this just isn't. You just feel the increase in weight. It's supposed to have 293 horsepower in overboost, which I'm doing right now, and it just doesn't feel that quick. Now, of course, we also measured the 100 to 200 time with this car, which was 16.9. And we measured the 330i at 16.5. So the 330i with 258 horsepower is actually a bit quicker than this car. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense for me as a petrol head. I would always go for a 330i. So 0 to 100 in this car should be done in 5.9 seconds. Top speed is around 230 kilometers an hour. Oh my god, it feels, why does it feel so slow? When you're driving around town, it actually feels pretty good. But there's another problem with it, because as long as you have like a wall box at your home and at your work, it's actually a pretty good car, because you can do quite a lot of electric driving then. But as soon as you run out, then you have a 320i basically with almost 300 kilos extra, and you also have a fuel tank that is 40 liters instead of 59 in a 330i. So your petrol range is a lot shorter as well, but you do have, you know, the added weight. So yeah, that's still my problem with these plug-in hybrids. I think they can be amazing if they suit you, if they suit your commute, and if you charge them regularly. I definitely think that this could work, but research has shown that not that many people actually charge their plug-in hybrids, and that means that you're just driving a much heavier 320i basically, which is not great for fuel economy and CO2 emissions and stuff. So I think the concept is good, but the execution is still flawed. So yeah, this actually feels pretty good. It's at the Autobahn where it really doesn't feel that great. So you've got that overboost for 10 seconds, and when those 10 seconds are over, or I don't know, maybe at a certain speed you don't have it anymore. My god, that's not great. Ugh. The Range Rover man is still there. Of course he is. He's got a Range Rover. He's been there for like an hour now, and don't think he's going anywhere with that thing. Okay, so full throttle. As I said, they definitely did something to the suspension to cope with the extra weight. I don't know if they stiffened the dampers and loosened the springs or something, but the balance feels kind of off, and you can feel these shorter little bumps. That's a limiter, 234, something like that. Sometimes the car feels a bit busy. It's like the chassis and the suspension have to work really hard to cope with that weight or something. I don't know. It just feels strange. It's definitely not as good as a 330i. Okay, so that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, would you go for a 330e over a 330i, knowing that you have more power as long as you charge it, but it does handle worse? Let me know in the comments below. You can subscribe by clicking the big button right there. You can also check out this video right here, or go check out this playlist on the left. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.